Alright, welcome back to Sonic Generations. This is just telling us how we can switch acts, and even in the white world, we can switch between classic and modern Sonic. So here's skill sets. I probably won't be showing most of these off because you need to play some missions in order to unlock some of the good skills and just beat the game in general to get a lot of the good skills, so I probably won't be showing those off. The skill shop is, whoops, went too fast. Skill shop is right here. Omo Chow is the guy. There's some little Easter eggs in here, like in the background you can see the Chow puppet from Sonic Unleashed. There's some rings up there. And these are just some of the skills. I won't be using these. I'll be playing as base Sonic, pretty much. Some of these are pretty interesting, like Last Chance pretty much just gives you an extra life. Speed Up lets you, if you time your boosting correctly, Sonic gets an extra little bit of boost, and it's pretty good. But let's move on to the next level. The way I'll be doing this is, these levels are all based on the classic games, so I'll be doing them first classic Sonic and then modern Sonic. When we get to the more modern age, starting at Dreamcast and above, I'll be playing them first as modern and then as classic. So this is another one of those really great levels. I like the classic levels usually less than I do the modern levels, just because the modern levels are so much fun. But this is one of those where I can't really tell which one I like better. I don't know if I like the classic or the modern one better. And of course the music is amazing. So that right there is a red ring, making their return from Sonic Colors. I hear the red rings are easier to obtain on the Xbox 360 version. Get it? Because the Xbox red rings? Ha ha ha. Such a funny joke. But the music is pretty much, it's supposed to sound like, the classic versions are supposed to sound a little bit more like the Genesis versions and the original versions. So they're kind of slower and more upbeat, whereas the modern levels are usually a little more like rockin' and you know, faster, which I really like. I usually like, there aren't a lot of tracks in this game that I like the classic version better, but we'll get to that when we get to it. There are a few that I do like better than the modern version. This is one of those levels where if you are good enough, you can do it without hitting the water at all. It's not really that hard. But again, I said in the last video, if I were to take all of the shortcuts, these videos would be really short. So I'm going to be taking some shortcuts, but not others. And that's the level already. We beat it in 1 minute and 30 seconds. That's one of those where you can beat in around a minute if you don't touch the water. Or I'd say like between 1 minute and 1 minute 20. And again, finish the level fast, don't die, and you'll get an S rank. Pretty much guaranteed. There's a few levels where the time is a little less lenient, and there's some where the time is pretty lenient. But overall, it really shouldn't be a problem. You should probably get an S rank. As long as you don't die, you should get an S rank the first time playing a level. Which is good, because getting S ranks in other Sonic games are kind of a little more annoying. Like Sonic Unleashed was beat the level as quick as you can and don't get hit. It wasn't don't die, don't get hit. Which is kind of annoying sometimes. It was really annoying to get S ranks in that game. Sonic Colors, I forget what the stipulation was, but Sonic 06 was beat the level fast and collect as many rings as you can, which was annoying. So this is the collection room. The red rings give you different things. Right here we have some character viewers. There's Classic Sonic, there's Modern Sonic, and you can read the bios. And there's Classic Tails, and Modern Tails. Again, there's bios there. We'll get more characters as the game progresses, obviously. Here's some artwork, some concept art. The concept art is pretty interesting, but I don't think it's the best thing to unlock. The music is what I really like. You can go through levels and play different music that you want. You know, I love the little touch of Sonic gets down on that chair and watches the movies. But anyway, let's go back to Chemical Plant as Modern Sonic. This level's pretty amazing. Music included. And that's actually one of the Omo Chow hints that's actually useful. It's not like, hey Sonic, if you die, you can't play anymore. Which I'm certain is actually something he said once. This song is so good. So is this level. This level's amazing. This was the first level that really made me go, yep, this game's pretty great. So those cranes there, you can actually homing attack onto if you're good enough with the timing. That pretty much brings you to, I think, a higher path here. And again, higher paths in Sonic games usually mean you beat the level faster, or it's just a faster way to do it. And again, here you can do this entire level as Modern Sonic without touching the water once. I will be showing off the water path, though, because why not? Pretty much the thing with Modern and Classic Sonic is Classic Sonic, the levels are fast, but they still have that classic kind of feel to it. But as Modern Sonic, they go crazy with the level design and things that you do as Modern Sonic. Because here, you're going down a slide of water. Classic Sonic didn't do this. Same with this. It's pretty much just spectacle, I think. The Modern Sonic levels are really filled with spectacle, and I love them. Classic Sonic is pretty much if you want just a classic Sonic experience, obviously, because he's Classic Sonic. Now, something that Modern Sonic can do, if you're close enough to the top of the water and you boost, you'll be able to kind of like drift upwards, and you'll be able to reach the top of the water. Obviously, Sonic drowns if he goes underwater. Although, like most 3D Sonic games, it isn't an instant death, because in a lot of modern Sonic games, Sonic touches water, he's just dead in general. Over here, if we were quick enough, we could have reached over here, and that is a shortcut. But oh well, we didn't get it. Colors, I think, was the first game that brought back Sonic can go underwater. He's just timed like the older games. Yeah, we're not going to get as good a time on this one, but we're still going to get an S rank. It just shows that the classic and modern levels are very different. Modern levels are usually longer. They also say that they're tougher. Like, Act 1 is supposed to be the easy mode, and Modern Sonic is supposed to be the kind of harder mode? I don't know. I don't really get challenge in this game. There's only one part in this game that's challenging, and that's the final boss, only because he's so terrible. So there's a shortcut over here. If you break these boxes over here, you can land on this rail here, which will bring you to another top path. Oops. I meant to jump there, but I jumped a little too soon. And that's the end of the level. Pretty much the top path would bring you to a higher up goal ring, which is just kind of like, okay, I don't care. And another S rank right in the bag. 3 minutes, 7 seconds, not bad at all.
Sonic!
Tails!
This chemical plant feels familiar. I'd never forget a smell like this. And that pink water makes me really nervous for some reason.
You're right, Tails. This place is giving me deja vu all over again.
You saved me, Sonic.
I was afraid I'd never be able to flirt with you again.
Wonderful!
Thank you, Sonic. Wow, you look younger every day. What's your secret? Sonic!